Ho ho ho, and I'm not talking about Stelis. Merry Christmas, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Sorry I'm a couple of days late to this review, but today I'm obviously going to be reviewing the finale of Season 2 of HELLUVA Boss. So anyway, if you saw my community post, you would know that I was actually really nervous to release this video. More on that, like, real talk. Before we get into the video, I just want to make this clear. Everything I say on this channel is my opinion. A lot of people really seem to like this episode, but spoiler alert, I really wasn't the biggest fan of it, like, at all. Like, I physically cringed at least 3 times during this episode, and it genuinely got me mad at certain points, and I feel incredibly bad about it because you can tell the things in this episode, from the voice acting to the story, had a lot of thought put into it, and so I feel bad for just shitting all over it. Also, I might be stupid, this might just be me, but I also think the animation budget might have went up a little bit as well. I don't want to make people feel like shit for liking something just because I don't. I understand that I can come off as incredibly blunt or harsh sometimes, but I'm never intending to hurt anybody's feelings when I say I don't like a certain character or something. I'm just a bit of a heavy critic. I don't hate HELLUVA Boss at all. Trust me, if I hated it, I would not waste my time watching it. If you think that I hate HELLUVA Boss, you should see how I act towards the things that I really hate. No media I've ever consumed is free from criticism. Like, I love One Piece, if you couldn't tell, but I criticize it all the time. I've done it in my videos about One Piece and even in my Discord server. And when it comes to characters I like as well, they're not free from criticism no matter what, whether they're from HELLUVA Boss or not. Good example with the way I've heavily criticized Sanji, lots of people think I hate him. And surprisingly, I don't. Sanji is fucking awesome. He's actually one of my favorite One Piece characters, believe it or not. But I still believe he's heavily flawed, which is why I criticize him so much, because there's just a lot to criticize. And even my favorite One Piece character, Zoro, isn't free from my criticism either. I'm not a glazer. Well, okay, that's not true. I kinda am. But my point is, even the things that I like more than HELLUVA Boss get critiqued by me. But still, my intentions are never to bully the show's creators or people who like Stelis or anything like that. It's all just my opinion. If you like this episode, I'm honestly glad. I'm seriously happy that people are able to appreciate this episode when I couldn't. Because again, I feel really bad for being so harsh towards this episode. The most frustrating thing to me about HELLUVA Boss is the fact that, at least in my opinion, there's so much wasted potential with it, and I think that's why I'm so harsh towards it, because I just think of what it could have been. But anyways, I'm sorry, I don't want to make this intro too long. I just wanted to make it clear that I'm not trying to bully anybody or state that my opinions on this episode are factual. I just want to make that clear because I'm going to be incredibly fucking harsh towards this episode, and I just don't want to make anybody feel like shit, you know? So yeah, anyways, sorry for the long intro, let's get into the episode. And let me just say, Blitz is a much nicer person than I am, which really says a lot about me. Don't get me wrong, these two have both fucked each other over, literally and figuratively. They've both made mistakes and made each other feel like shit, even if it was unintentionally. And I'm not gonna go too far into this, but in my personal opinion, I do believe that what Stelis has done to Blitz is worse than what Blitz has done to Stelis. Blitz is so much better of a person than I am, because I'm gonna be so honest, I would not do this for Stelis if I was in his position. I'm gonna be so for real. If somebody used me as a sex toy, treated me like an object, constantly talked about my body, embarrassed me when I was obviously uncomfortable with it, and manipulated me into fucking them without considering my comfortability, I would not be doing this shit for them. If they needed help, I'm sorry. I'm giving them a middle finger and a big old fuck you. I'd honestly probably laugh in their face too. And don't get me wrong, Blitz has done shit to Stelis too, but at least in my opinion, I feel like Stelis has made more mistakes and treated Blitz a little bit shittier in their relationship, but that is just my personal opinion.
Well, that'd be nice. Rats were always Via's favorite snack. Oh no, where's your phone?
Okay, maybe I'm just being nitpicky, but how did this bird bitch forget about his daughter? I'm not saying that your kids have to be on your mind 24/7, but I remember seeing a quote somewhere, and it was something along the lines of, once you become a parent, you don't have time to be selfish anymore, or something like that. And again, I'm probably just being extra nitpicky because I don't like Stelis, but like, come on, it took him this long to think, hey, where is my daughter? I understand the circumstances. I'm not saying that your kid has to be on your mind 100% of the time, and if they're not, you're a terrible parent. It just seemed kind of odd to me that took Stelis this long to remember, oh yeah, I have a daughter.
Sorry, sweetie. No talking to that deadbeat. Andreolphus, look who's finally calling.
Ooh, took him this long, and that's hilarious.
He thinks he's going to talk to his daughter. Hilarious.
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 Okay, so this is the part where I start to be a little mean, so I apologize in advance. I'm sorry, this is so fucking cringe, dude. What is this dialogue? They're giving cartoon villain energy. Like, I don't know, maybe that's supposed to be the point, like maybe it's supposed to be cringe, but Andreolphus and Stella's obnoxious behavior is just so over the top. It's so hard to watch without cringing. Again, I'm pretty sure this was intentionally supposed to be cringe, or at least I hope it was, because like, come on man, what is this? Who talks like this? And sometimes Stella's overdramatic behavior was used for comedic effect, and it actually worked.
I don't care who you have to go through. Make it happen.
Understood.
But here it just seems like unnecessary. And again, maybe I'm letting my hatred for Stolas cloud my judgment, but honestly, Andrealphus and Stolas, especially in this episode, just seem like plot devices to make Stolas look less bad. Like, Stella was obviously just a shitty wife to give Stolas a quote-unquote excuse to cheat, for example. Like, I don't think cheating is okay. I'll get more into this topic later. I mean, obviously, there's some circumstances where I believe it is, like, justifiable, like if the relationship is abusive. And Stella is a bitch, so I honestly don't feel bad that she was cheated on. Who I really feel bad for is Octavia. I made a video about Stella a while ago. I privated it because some of the things I said in that video were unintentionally shitty, but one of the points that I made in that video that I still do stand by today is that Stolas' main motive for staying with Stella doesn't make any sense, and I'm gonna explain why.
The only reason I have endured your constant insults and cruelty was for that girl to have a normal life.
Stolas claims that the reason he stayed with Stella, even though he himself was unhappy, was because he wanted Octavia to have a normal life, even though he ruins that himself as well, but whatever. But then he flirts with Blitz and has an affair with them while the two are still together. So what exactly happened to him saying, well, I want Octavia's life to be normal, but then having an affair with someone? Could have waited until after Stella left. So it's a tough situation. I wish we had a proper timeline of the events of Stolas' affair and whether it happened before or after Octavia was born, because here's my envision of the most ideal situation. Octavia is born, and after a few weeks or months or years, Stolas says, hey, I'm tired of the way you're treating me. I'm leaving you and taking Octavia because you obviously don't care enough about her. And yeah, Stella will be mad and she'll yell and whatever, but realistically, Stella lives in Stolas' house. So he has a right to kick her out. Then they get divorced, then Stolas reconnects with Blitz, then they do their thing, and boom, they both raise Octavia together. Then Octavia would have two parents, and so her life would be quote-unquote normal, as Stolas claims he wants it to be, and everyone's happy, except for Stella, I guess. And Octavia would likely be too young to remember the events of Stella and Stolas' divorce, and telling her about it when she is older will not affect her childhood, and also ensure that she's mature enough to understand why Stolas did what he did. And trust me, I am not trying to victim blame Stolas. I'm not blaming Stolas for staying in this relationship, of course not, but what I am saying is that his motives for doing so don't make any sense. And at first it occurred to me, well, maybe when Stolas said quote-unquote normal, he was referring to a typical family, which when most people think of, they picture a husband and a wife. But then I realized, one, there are so many gay people in hell, which yeah, makes a lot of sense. So it's not like being LGBTQ is like taboo or anything in this universe. So yeah, I still don't understand what he was trying to get at. Okay, I'm sorry, I kind of went off topic there. I just wanted to explain my thoughts and why I believe that Stella's cartoon villain persona is just so overdone and doesn't make any sense, at least to me.
Pick up, pick up, pick up. Fia, dear, please pick up. Please pick up.
Stolas, you fucking idiot. She can't hear you, bro. The phone is still ringing. Bro thinks he has telepathy or something.
All right, I'm sure she's just away from the phone right now, okay?
Blitz, she's a teenager. She's always on the fucking phone. Don't give this man false hope. Okay, maybe this is me being stupid, so somebody can correct me in the comments, but like, why is Stolas being treated this badly? Yes, I watched Mastermind. I know that he lost his status and now lower class, but did it specify what class he was? Cause like, imps are at the bottom, I'm pretty sure, right? So like, is his class supposed to be below them now? I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It just didn't make much sense to me. Seeing these scenes of Stolas getting absolutely shat on by imps is also a little ironic because Stolas was always the one treating imps bad by referring to Blitz as itty bitty imp, impish little plaything, little one, and all this other infantilizing shit, and also treating his butler imps like objects. I'm gonna sound like such an asshole, but like, isn't he kind of getting what he deserves here? Alright, like maybe this is harsh, but like Stolas has never really been the nicest to imps either, so it's kind of interesting to see like the way things turned out.
Hey, Stelis! Merry SINSMAS!
Okay, even though I don't like this ship, I will admit that their dynamic is kind of funny sometimes. Like, this scene gave me Luffy and Law energy. I'm not comparing my glorious King Law to Stolas. I'm just saying, like, this scene, Stolas, like, kind of sounds like, I mean, it looks like something Law would make. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know. I just thought the scene was funny, that's all.
Really? Wow, rich people don't have any fun, do they?
No, fun is free.
No, it's not. Bitch, tell me one thing that's fun that requires absolutely no money at all. I don't know, like maybe going on a walk with your friends, but like, what else? I swear, people are gonna come up with long lists that make me look like a fucking idiot, but seriously, like, I hate it when rich people say money doesn't buy happiness. Yeah, of course you think that. You're rich. And I'm not saying that money will automatically solve all your problems, but come on, it will make you feel at least a little bit about yourself. And that's something nobody can argue with.
You know what might help that privileged little attitude?
Okay, at least Blitz called him out for being privileged. Alright, we're on the right path here.
Oh, lords. I'm poor now. Fuck.
Rich motherfuckers be like, money doesn't matter, and then cry when they don't have it.
Good day, ma'am.
Wow, Stolis. Just wow. What the hell? Why are you assuming people's genders? It's 2024. Get with the times. Okay, so this is where shit starts to hit the fan.
I can't stand the idea of my fucking ex-husband enjoying this sacred holiday with my daughters when he fucking left me for another man.
Oh, well, that sounds like something that can happen from time to time.
And he probably cheated on me.
Well, that's not really worth killing someone over, though, right? I mean, cheating isn't really that big of a deal anymore, is it?
The hypocrisy, holy shit. Like, don't get me wrong, this lady was low-key a bitch, but do you guys remember Martha back from Murder Family who got cheated on by her husband? And the gang literally had no problem with killing her ex-husband and the woman he cheated on her with? Why is this any different? And don't say it's because, well, this time it's gay, the other relationship was straight. That doesn't mean anything. Cheating is still cheating. Like, what the fuck?
And he probably cheated on me.
Well, that's not really worth killing someone over, though, right? I mean, cheating isn't really that big of a deal anymore, is it?
And why is Blitz all of a sudden trying to justify cheating? Back in Murder Family, Blitz was listening to Martha's story, had a conversation with her about the circumstances, and pulled the heist off with no problem. But all of a sudden, now that it's gay, you don't want to do it because it hurts Stolis' fifis? Like, are you serious? Okay, so now we get to the highlight of the episode, I think. The song. And I think this was actually leaked a while ago because I remember hearing a little part of it. So this song is honestly pretty good. According to the wiki, this song was written almost 5 years ago, so Octavia leaving Stolis was planned really early on, surprisingly. And of course, I've seen a lot of Stolis D writers getting mad at Octavia for leaving him, and I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. I don't fucking blame her. I don't think those people are taking Octavia's feelings into account. First of all, her dad not only cheats on her mom and tears the family apart, he also proceeds to call the man he cheated on Stella with in front of Octavia and tells him that he has a very big dick, when the reason Octavia was so upset is because she was tired of hearing Stella and Stolis arguing with each other. Oh, and why were they arguing again? Because Stolis cheated. And then Stolis says, hey, I'm gonna take you to Lululand to make you feel better. But then he proceeds to say, oh, well, we need security. Just so he had an excuse to invite Blitz and make the whole day about himself. And then he almost completely ignored his daughter the entire time so he could flirt with Blitz. Again, even though he said that this trip was supposedly supposed to be for Octavia. I think this is probably my favorite and most powerful part of the song, probably because I can relate, and I think that probably everybody watching this video can relate. When you're treated like shit by a family member who supposedly loves you, everyone around you says, oh, they're family, but then those people continuously make the same mistakes over and over again, and you're expected to take it and forgive them no matter what because you're blood related. Somebody can only take so much shit before they explode, and this is Octavia's breaking point. Yes, everybody makes mistakes, but your apologies mean nothing when you continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. Stolis made not one, not two, but multiple mistakes, apologized for it, but it didn't mean anything because he continued to make the same mistakes. Octavia has every right to leave his ass. Blitz may have pissed me off in this episode, as I said before, but even all you Blitz haters out there have to admit that Blitz is at least a good dad. I honestly really wish that Octavia would have gone with Blitz and he would have taken her in and raised her as his daughter instead.
Sir, this may be out of turn, but I feel like this one isn't worth the money. What? I don't think I want to be part of this one, sir.
You okay, Dad? I can handle this one. You know, if you're not up for it.
Really? Nah, fuck this. We're going home.
But they look so innocent and happy. That's why Blitz didn't want to kill them. Hey, you know who else looked happy? Them. And Blitz didn't think twice before trying to kill them, so again, I ask, how is this any different? Because they're gay? Sorry to repeat myself, but cheating is still cheating, doesn't matter the genders of the people involved. Don't get why these men get a pass for cheating just because they like dick. Foxy's hesitancy is a little bit more understandable because he's like this with everybody. Even back in Murder Family, he was incredibly hesitant to kill Martha's ex-husband and his new wife. So I suppose Moxie's hesitancy makes sense here because he was hesitant to kill a straight couple too. Moxie is just more of a pacifist rather than bloodthirsty, but Blitz is the complete opposite and has absolutely no excuse here.
What? Didn't I cheat or something? Come on, this is fun. We've done this kind of thing before.
Just not this one, Mills. Not today.
I can do this one. I can do this.
Really?
We'll do it next time. It's just not worth
Don't
it.
start, Moxie. Just because you aren't demon enough to do this job doesn't mean...
I'm sorry.
Wow, Millie being the only reasonable one here. I saw some people in my comments bringing up the fact that, oh, well, they're a business, they're supposed to kill whoever a client asks, they can't let their personal feelings get involved. And that is, for the most part, true. I agree with majority of that statement. The only thing I don't agree with is the fact that they have to kill anybody that they're assigned to kill. Because realistically, like, they don't have to. It's their business, they can choose who to kill and who not to kill. My main problem here is the reason as to why Blitz did not want to kill this family. It would totally make sense if he was hesitant to kill the family and murder family too, but he wasn't. So his motives make no sense. If I was a betting man, which I am, I'd bet like 500 million bajillion dollars that they made this woman a bitch on purpose so it would give Blitz and IMP more of an excuse not to kill the guy who cheated on her. To be honest, like, he low-key kind of deserved it, I'm not gonna lie. What I'm wondering is why Stelis didn't use his powers. Like, did he still have them, or did they get revoked as well because he lost his status? I'm kind of confused. But anyway...
Get your icy hands off my bottom, bitch!
Why? Blitz, why? You are my favorite character, bro. I defended you to the best of my abilities. I literally said I was uncomfortable with the fact that Stelis treated Blitz like a sex toy, and now Blitz is doing the same thing. Like, God, I'm so tired.
So much worse.
Damn, I can't wait for the Andrealphus dialogue reveal in 5 years. I'm sorry, this scene made me cringe so hard. It's probably just because I'm not a big fan of mushy shit, but I don't know. I just feel like there's a right way to do a scene like this, and this is not it. I'm probably just a hater. This scene is probably fine. It just personally made me cringe. I apologize. Did we know that Octavia had powers? This is her first time using them, right? And they're pretty fucking cool, not gonna lie. You know what isn't fucking cool, though? This line.
You will not hurt my dad.
If you want to get to him, you have to go through me.
Exactly. Imagine what her mother will say when she finds out you got your ass handed to you by a gaggle of imps and a hellhound. I think that's what folks call a bad look.
A very bad look.
See, I love these two. They're great. I think Blitz would be a great dad to her. Unfortunately, I know that won't happen. I know that Octavia will technically have 2 dads, but I mean, hey, at least she'll have one cool one.
This.
Thea, my brave, powerful girl, I am so proud of you.
You lied to me. What? You lied to me! You said you would never leave me! You promised!
Thea, I didn't leave you. I would never.
It's so irritating to me how Octavia is calling Stelis out on his bullshit and he's just like, nuh-uh.
It wasn't my choice.
It was your choice. You chose him.
Thea, no, I didn't. I had to. You don't understand.
I had to, my fucking ass. No, you just wanted Segex. That's literally it, bro. Not to mention how you continued to flirt with Blitz and made sexual comments towards him with Octavia present. So yeah, no excuses.
I do understand. I understand we were never enough for you. You never loved Mother, and you don't love me. You love him.
I'm not exactly sure how much Octavia knows about Stelis and Stella's arranged marriage. I'm not sure if she even knows that they were arranged or not, but I'm assuming she doesn't. And I'm definitely not saying, oh, well, Stelis should be with somebody he doesn't love just for the sake of his daughter. Of course not. But what I am saying is that, again, there's ways around this. I literally talked about this in the start of the video.
I love you, Thea, so much. Please, sweetie, let me explain.
Can't. You lied to me once, and you'll do it again. Have a great fucking life with him, Dad.
No, Thea, please, please.
Again, I fucking hate this shit. This is selfish. I don't care what anyone says. This is selfish. You're begging for not a second chance, not a third chance, but what? Like a 5th or 6th chance at this point? If you see somebody you supposedly care about is this hurt and you're still begging for them back because you don't want to lose them, even though what you did to them is shitty, you're shitty. I didn't cry here. I don't feel bad that Stelis cried. I don't feel bad for him at all. He got what he deserved.
She hates me.
Okay, so this was definitely a plot twist. I don't really know where they're gonna go with this. I remember someone commenting that they think they're gonna go the abortion route, and that's a messy topic in itself, so I'm not even gonna get into that. Insert Zootopia abortion comic joke here. It just doesn't seem like that topic would fit in this show anyway, so I highly doubt that they will. Okay, I mean this in the most respectful way possible, I promise. I'm probably reading too deep into this, but like, Millie's reaction shows that like, she's scared to tell Moxie, which means that Millie probably wasn't intentionally trying to get pregnant. So if they weren't, then like, why wouldn't they just use protection? Like, I understand things go wrong sometimes, but like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but do you get what I'm saying? I saw someone else comment that Millie is scared because she cheated, which I don't think they're gonna go that route either. I really don't know what the hell is gonna happen because it doesn't make any sense for Millie to be scared if she was intentionally trying to get pregnant, you know? So did the protection break? Like, I know this sounds like a joke, but I'm being dead serious. I want to know what the circumstances are. I'm probably just reading too far into this.
She'll understand eventually. You just gotta give her time.
Blitz, shut the fuck up. I hate this shit. Oh my god. Like, Octavia, I'm with you, girl. I am so tired of dealing with other people's shit and then being told, well, you just need to be patient. Bitch, no, I am not a doormat. I understand that Blitz is trying to help, so I feel like an asshole for just being like, your advice sucks. but your advice sucks. And I just feel like this is so dismissive of Octavia's feelings. Not everybody deserves forgiveness. If Octavia doesn't want to forgive Stolas, that is completely in her right to do so. None of this, oh, well, she'll understand with time. What is there to understand? Stolas has continuously made the same mistakes over and over again. And as Octavia said, you lied to me once and you'll do it again. That's why I just can't feel any sympathy for Stolas. Okay, maybe I'm just a negative bitch, but like, cringe. I'm sorry, this is cringe. Okay, I obviously did not like this episode. The animation was good, I liked Octavia's song, but there's just so many things that I didn't like about this episode. And again, I feel so bad for being so harsh towards it, because you can tell that this episode had a lot of work put into it, and I know that a lot of you guys probably really liked this episode, and so again, I just don't want to shit all over it, but I personally did not like this episode. I really don't know how I would rank it among the other Helluva Boss episodes. It would probably be somewhere in like the middle bottom tier. I'm not really sure. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope I wasn't being too harsh. I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah, bye.